G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So, jumping into Go Battle League. As you can see, 2282, rank 8. So have been having a few good runs recently. So my last set I went 4-1, and only reason I lost that one, and I mean the only reason, is because it timed me out. I'll link that now. You can check that video out. Some good matches there. Really frustrating game number 3. Check the timeout. It's just brutal, absolutely brutal. So we're in Ultra League still, and I'm running with Lapras, Swampert and Cresselia. I've got all my matches saved in a playlist. I'll link that playlist now, so if you want to check out Season 2 Ultra League matches. So I have done well in a few, not so well in others, so if you want to check those out, have a look at that and see how you go. So I think one of the big things, I think, is a bit of consistency. So now I've started to get a little bit more consistency with this team. So I've swapped in the Swampert relatively recently. So I'm now starting to get used to that a little bit more. So happy days. So what I'll do is jump in and get this started. So hopefully I can get some favourable leads. Everyone's always looking for a favourable lead. So let's see what we get. So basically, I don't want Melmetal on the lead, and I don't want a fighter on the lead. So Swampert, I'm absolutely fine with. So if they stay in with Swampert, they are 100% going to be throwing the Earthquake here. So not staying in with Swampert. So for this one, I will go for the Reggie. So I am actually going to shield this up, because if it is the Focus Blast, it's still going to do a reasonable amount of damage to me. Let's see, it is the Focus Blast, so happy days. So I am actually going to farm, and then go for a Hydro now. So this is, let's see if we get a shield. I'm really hoping to get a shield here. And no shield. So I'm going to over farm again. I'm going to shield up. Actually, I'm not going to shield. This is going to do, and it's a flash cannon, so that's perfect. So let's see what they do here. So I'm going to throw another Hydro. I suspect I'll get a shield this time. Let's see. Yeah, so got the shield that time, and that's absolutely fine. But what I'm going to do is go straight into another Hydro here. And see what we get. So this should be taking it really close to being gone. So this is not ideal for me. Not ideal. So this is going to take me really, really close to being taken out by this Focus Blast. And it actually did take me all the way out. So I'm going to throw my energy, because if they get to a Focus Blast on me, then I'm GG. So they may actually shield. No, so no shield there. Okay, so that's fine. That works out all right. So I'm going to throw straight into another Surf here, and let's see what they do. Really interested to see what they have in the back. So not shielding that up. So what I'm going to do is, well, obviously, so this is going to be an Earthquake, like 100%. But I have to let it go. I don't want to lose. So what have they got here? So switching that out there, let's go with a Cresselia here, and Moonblast straight away. Let's see whether they want to shield this up or not. So they have shielded that. I'm really hoping I get a debuff, which I have. Happy days. So I'm not going to shield this up. It's either a Flamethrower or an Ancient Power. I assume it's going to be an Ancient Power. No, it's a Flamethrower. Okay. Still going to do absolutely no damage, which is absolutely fine with me. So what I'm going to do is actually over farm a little bit, because that way, hopefully, I can take out, throw another charge move on the, so this is interesting. I am going to shield this up, so this is, potentially not good. So I'm going to throw a Moonblast here. Let's see what we do. I'm hoping to take this out. No dice. So they're now throwing their energy. So this is, I'm really hoping they don't have back-to-back hydros saved here. So I know they've got Surf. Okay. So let's hope I can take this out. And out comes this Togekiss, and I've got that energy saved, so I can throw the Ice Beam. So that works out absolutely perfectly for me. That actually worked out a lot better than if they had have stayed in with Togekiss. So what they should have probably done there is stayed in with the Togekiss, because that charm damage on the Cresselia would have really added up. But either way, I had some play, because I had the Surf I could throw instantly on the Swampert when it came out. So happy days. Let's jump into the next one, see how we go. So hopefully we get another favourable matchup. Miguel 12FE. So what are we starting with? Giratina. So again, that is a favourable matchup, so I'm happy with that. So let's see what comes out. So I expect potentially to swap out for... No, they're not swapping. So I'm just going to keep on charging here. And now they're finally... So I'm not going to shield this up, so it's either going to be a Dragon Claw. It's going to be a Dragon Claw, let's be honest. It's not going to do too much damage. And then let's throw into my own Surf here. So I'm really hoping I get a shield. If I don't get a shield, then I'm not in as good a position. Really not in as good a position. So I'm not going to shield this either. So I think what I have to do is... So this second one they probably will shield, but I mean, it is what it is. Let's hope they don't. Really hope they do not shield this, and they haven't, so boom, happy days. So this is not ideal. So I'm wanting them to throw the energy on this... Yeah, on Lapras, I'm really hoping they don't farm this down. It's probably... Is it too... Well, no, so they've just farmed this down. So what moves is it going to have? So what I'm going to do is throw into Swampert. So I'm not going to shield this first one up. I assume it's going to be a Night Slash. It is. So it's going to do a little bit of damage. Let's see if they get a... And I got a fast move in between. So I am actually going to shield this one up. So there's the Night Slash, and then we're equal shields. Let's see what they do here. And they got there first. So that's fine. I'm not going to shield. And we'll see what we get. So another Night Slash. Let's hope they do not get a boost here. If they get a boost, then I'm in a bit of trouble. Well, I'm not in a bit of trouble, to be completely honest. So let's see. Do we get a shield? So I take it they've switched. So I'm going to switch out there as well. So obviously the Cresselia comes out, and I want to get to this Moonblast as quickly as possible. So they have got a shield as well, and they've got that. They've got the. Can I get a debuff? Oh, beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. So no shield required here. So again, I assume this is going to be the Ancient Power, to be completely honest. Let's see. No, so people are rocking the Flamethrower. So there's two that have, gone Flamethrower, but that's fine. So we'll go over a couple here just to get a little bit of extra energy. So... Night Slash on this. Let's see what they do here. So I don't know whether they'll shield this, and they have. Okay. So I should be able to get to another Moonblast before they get to a charge move. So possibly a little bit of a misplay on their part. Let's see what we get, and that is taking it out. So they're going to have to throw energy here. If they don't throw energy, it's just going to fast move farm them down, which I have. So there's the GG right there. So really happy with that one. So there's game number 2 done. Let's jump into the next one. See what we get. So far, so good. This happened to me. So Tapia. So happened yesterday's sets as well. So I got off to a good start, and then let me down in the middle there. So again, good lead for me. So what I will do is probably shield up the first one if they leave this in. So I'm going to overcharge a little bit here for the surf, which... Okay, and we've got a nice little bit of lag there. So we'll shield this first one up. Fully expect this to be the earthquake. Let's see. Yeah, so it is the earthquake, so that's fine. Let's see if they switch this out now. So they're not switching out. So that is really interesting. What have they got in the back? So the reason I'm shield that first one is just because it does put a bit more pressure on them. And I'm not going to shield the second one because it means they do have to throw an earthquake this second time as well, so it'll cost more energy. And the second, if I let the first one go through, then there's a possibility that they're going to be able to shield bait a little bit nicer. So this is really interesting. I'm really curious on what they have in the back here that they are so desperate to take out that they've managed to double shield this. Yeah, so this is going to be... So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shield this up. And so the hydro cannon there, that's fine. I want to win switch, as do they. So 1, 2, can I get there? No, I can't, but this is a hydro. So hydro shouldn't be enough to take me out at this range. Oh, I really hope it's not enough. Oh, it's so close. So that's really interesting. What I'm going to do is go for a... So they've managed to straight on take this down. Let's go into... So this is not as good for me because obviously the fast move being ghost type is going to be super effective. But no, shields are down. So let's see if they go... Yeah, so they're going straight shadow sneaks, which, let's be honest, is the way to go. So I'm going to throw the Moonblast straight away. So I just overcharged one because I wasn't sure whether they were going to try and switch out on the charge move there. So that's that sort of dealt with, to be completely honest. And then, so the question is here. So this is going to be another shadow sneak. Absolutely fine. Will not take me out. 1, 2, and so they did it. They absolutely did it. So now what I want to do is switch straight into the Swampert here, so I can tank one blast burn, and I need to have enough energy to be able to throw a... So let's 1, 2, 3 and throw. And I want to be able to throw a earthquake on the Giratina. So hopefully I can do just that. So let's see. So there we go. There's the earthquake, and gets the job done. So yeah, I knew they were switching out, yet I still fell for it, which is fine. Had the perfect switch in for it, which was the Swampert, so happy days. So there's game number 3. So watch those switches on the charge move. I knew it was coming, still through. Yeah, not ideal. And in that one, so obviously the idea in that was I could have thrown my energy straight away, but you want to farm up a little bit of extra energy, because if I threw a hydro cannon on the Giratina, it would have done absolutely nothing. So that's why I overcharged a little bit on the Charizard, and then allowed me to throw the earthquake pretty quickly when the Giratina came in. So that was the whole play there. Let's kick it straight into this next one and see how we go. So Michael Media, so interesting. Let's see what we can see what we get. So again, hoping for a good lead. Articuno, not not a terrible lead, but also really annoying. So they've swapped into their Melmetal, so I'm going to swap into my if when it will actually let me. So this is going to... So I can't imagine they'll do a superpower off the bat, but they have saved up 2 charge moves here, so I'm going to shield. No, it won't let me. I wasn't quick enough. So this one, again, going to let it go as well. It's not going to take me out at this range, but it is going to get me close. So let's just go, and there we go. So straight into, so I did manage to hit that at the same time. And this should be pretty close to taking it out, and then I should be able to fast move farm this down. And then I can throw onto whatever's coming out next. Is it going to be... so it is a Milotic, which is interesting. Milotic, or however you want to pronounce it. So they're not obviously shielding that one. And then I'm going to... Can I get there? No, I can't. So the Milotic is an interesting one. And I think for that, I'm going to bring out... So maybe I should have brought straight into... Yeah, so I 100% should have got into my... Yeah, so you should have brought the... Oh, no, and they've quit. So, yeah, nothing they can do there. That is GG's. And I was just trying to think of the strategy to go ahead. Yeah, happy days. So let's straight into the next one. No mucking about. OD 001. Let's see what you've got. Hopefully something that's weak to Lapras. Let's see. Charizard. Yeah, so that works. So it is going to be neutral damage because the ice typing. But then obviously, let's see what we get. So I'm just going to straight into these surfs. No messing about here. And then I'm actually going to shield the first blast burn that comes through. Absolutely going to shield this first blast burn that comes through. I'm really hoping it's not a Dragon Claw. If it's a Dragon Claw, well played. It's not. It's the blast burn. So happy days. So really happy with that one. Let's see what they do here. I don't think they switched out. I really don't. But yeah, you never know. Sometimes they absolutely perfectly time that switch. So going to be shielding up the second one. So the question is, I'll match that shield. They're leaving in the Charizard for this. So the question is, so what have they got? So I'm going to charge up to that, and as someone pointed out in one of my last matches, there is nothing that this can do again. Well, there is, but it doesn't have access to Shadow Ball, so the Psy Strikes are going to do absolutely nothing. So this is absolutely perfect. So what I'm going to do is Moonblast this now to try and get a debuff, and then I'm going to over farm before I get my next one. And, oh wow, I do not need to over farm. I'm just going to throw my next one as well. Because it's... I didn't realise this thing was such a beast. Let's try and get this down. So they're getting Psy Striking, which is doing absolutely nothing. So let's just get that out of the way. Need to watch that switch timer, because what they may be trying to do here is count out the clock, and I do not want that to happen. Okay, so interesting. So switch clock is almost up. So again, no shields. And they may switch into the Charizard to throw a move to take me out. Let's see. And I think they have. But I managed to get this Moonblast off first. Let's see what they're going to do. I'm going to let them charge this down. And then I'm going to come in with the Swampert, actually, not the... oh, they've gone the Dragon Claw. I'm going to come in with the Swampert now, and then charge this down. Oh, we've tied. We've CMP tied. What a waste of energy for me. Absolutely brutal. Oh, and I've Dragon Clawed. Ah, okay. Let's just charge. We didn't see MP tie. I don't want them to get to another charge move there, so we'll just take them out now. Let's see what comes in. So let's Hydro Cannon this, because I don't want to be taking that Psy Strike damage. Really don't. It's just a bit much for me. And let's see what comes out last. So we've got the Fairy. Ooh. So what I might do here, let's see how much damage this does. So that does a bit, and then I'm going to swap into my Lapras to Ice Beam and take this match. And that's good game right there. So happy days. Able to take that one fairly comfortably. To be honest, yeah, so I wouldn't have left the Charizard out there for so long. But, I mean, it is what it is. So happy days. So that's a 5-0 right there. Let's scroll across and have a look at that. So gotta love those rare candy. So it would be, and well, 1300 Stardust. Obviously rare candies a whole lot nicer. So 5-0. Very nice set. Got some really nice leads, which is always handy. And let's see what our reward is for a 5-0 set. Beldum at 530 CP. I don't know how that equates to IVs. I don't know whether that's good or bad. And of course it then moved across, so didn't get a throw bonus. But that's fine. It's not going to run away, and it's staying in the ball. So let's see what IVs that's got us. Hopefully something semi-decent. I mean, if it's decent, it's not decent. Absolutely trash. Straight in the bin. Straight to the professor. He can put that in the meat grinder and get some candy. So 2282. So I'm hoping for about 2330. Let's go for 2330 on this. Let's see. Oh, 2340. Absolutely spectacular. They're really starting to climb those ranks now, so really happy with that. So, like I said, there's a few videos that I've linked to show other sets, and I seem to be doing reasonably well now. Managed to get a few wins there, as you see, 5-0. So happy days. Really pleased with that. Hopefully that was useful for someone. Couple of points in there, so watch for those switch outs. And I mean, even if you know they're coming, sometimes you still throw that energy, because sometimes it's good to have. You want to do a little bit of chip damage, and then before you swap something in, and then to soften it up, and then you can possibly one-shot it with whatever comes in against it. So that's why sometimes you'll throw the energy still. And then the other thing to do is consistency in your team, because that seems to be, now that I've got a bit of consistency and this team's sort of working all right for me, well, I say all right, it's working really well. I'm really happy with the last few sets I've had. Then stick with your team, get some consistency so you know what you're swapping in, swapping out, throwing charge moves, and how much damage those charge moves do. Because so what I was doing at the start was against a Scizor, trying to throw an Earthquake when it's really not needed. You might as well throw a couple of Hydros, especially when shields are up. It's just so much more energy efficient, and they're almost always going to shield Scizor with regardless of what comes in and throws charge move, just because Scizor is so glassy. So get used to your team, and that's probably the biggest piece of advice I can give. So hopefully that was useful for someone, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.